Institute of Technology to felicitate Guest of Honor Professor S.N. Merchant, IIT Bombay. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Abhilasha Mishra to felicitate Guest of Honor Professor A.A. Desai. Thank you, ma'am. Now I request Professor S.P. Kodgire to felicitate Guest of Honor Professor Aditya Abdankar, Dean FOT, University of Pune. Thank you, ma'am. We would like to convey our regards to our sponsor. I request Principal Dr. S.P. Bhosle to felicitate Mr. Shinde from Govinda Construction. Now I request Mr. Suhas Mahadi to come forward for felicitation. I request Dr. S.P. Bhosle to felicitate Mr. Suhas Mahadi. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Abhilasha Mishra to present the overview of the conference.
Woman is the soul of society. Woman is the soul of home. Woman is the soul of every heart. And now, woman, I can say, is the soul of MIT. Sometimes, instead of Maharashtra Institute of Technology, we proudly say that it's Mahila Institute of Technology. Happy Women's Day. Happy Women's Day to all the girl students and lady faculty members. Chief guest of today's function, Dr. S.S. Patil, Director, PCUD, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, Professor Luigi Piano, University of Sanyo, Guest of Honor, Professor S.N. Merchant, IIT Bombay, Professor Aditya Abhankar, Professor, Department of Technology, University of Pune, Professor A.A. Desai, PNSGU Surat, President of today's function, Professor Santosh Bhosle, Head ENTC Department and Convener of this conference, Dr. Ganesh Sabre, Organizing Secretary of the conference, Dr. S.R. Patil, Vice Principal Academics, Dr. R.B. Naik, Vice Principal Administration, Professor Suranjana Mandal, invited guests, all the enthusiastic participants, Head of the Department, all my fellow colleagues, students, teaching and non-teaching staff members. I welcome you all on this valedictory function. This conference aims to provide an excellent international forum for sharing knowledge and methodology of DSIP. We had 6 keynote speakers who briefed us about current technology and its applications. We have received overwhelming response from different engineering colleges and technical institutes. I feel happy to share with you that 85 participants have been registered in this conference and they have presented their paper in different fields like digital signal image processing, embedded system, VLSI, communication, and IoT. Artificial intelligence is the next frontier in computing. Machines of the future will be truly autonomous, self-organized, and ubiquitous in nature. This can only be achieved by breakthroughs in machine learning and deep learning algorithms using HPC system and GPUs. Thanks to Professor Luigi for briefing us about fuzzy transform and its role in deep learning. Our second keynote speaker, Dr. Shiv Gaonkar, he briefed us about the restoration of radio astronomical images. The cosmos and its evolution has always been a very unique and thought-provoking exercise for mankind. This very curious instinct of mankind has led to space and deep space exploration. Understanding the beginnings of time, one needs to look deep into stars, and this begins with astronomical images. Thanks to Professor Shiv Gaonkar, and happy to share with that he only informed us that IIT students usually call him Wave Gaonkar because he works in multiple domains. The third speaker was Dr. Sumantra Datta Roy. IIT New Delhi has briefed us about emotion analysis and medical imaging. Dr. Roy and his team worked on Parkinson's disease and briefed us about the stages of planning, the parameters he considered for the identification of this critical disease, whose proper identification technique is still unavailable in the medical science. He also briefed us about the emotion analysis. I would like to thank him also. The fourth keynote speaker was Dr. S.N. Merchant, IIT Bombay. His talk was, we have attended his talk today morning, and he briefed us about multimodal image and video fusion using multi-restoration transform, combining different modalities in the fusion in images as well as video. It helps to get more features for the analytical value. I thank Dr. Aditya Abhyankar, Department of Technology, for sharing his valuable time with us and explaining the kernel development in machine learning in such an easy way that now everyone is aware about the transform, why we are studying in different types of transform, whether it may be Laplace, Fourier or Z transform, and what is the significance behind it as stated by Euler's scientist, and briefly explain what is the role of E in related to all these domains. Dr. Desai briefed us about smart city, which is very useful for Aurangabad, as Aurangabad has been selected for the development as a smart city. Thank you, sir, for briefing us about the smart city and giving new inclination for the research. I would like to thank all the keynote speakers for enhancing the vision for research in various domains. As per the response of paper, we had decided to have 3 tracks for paper presentation. 3 domains. So 3 domains were digital signal processing, image processing. Second one is embedded system, and the third one we have decided to have VLSI, communication and IoT domain. Depending upon the entries we have received for these different segments, 3 tracks have been finalized for DSIP paper presentation, in which 36 papers were registered. For the 2 tracks of embedded system, 24 papers were registered, and 25 papers were registered in 2 tracks of VLSI, communication and IoT domain. I would like to thank all the session chairs for accepting our request and assessing the presenters. They are Dr. Shivurkar, Principal, Devgiri Engineering College; Dr. U.B. Shinde, Principal, CSMSS; Dr. Bhalchandra, Professor, Government Engineering College, Aurangabad; Dr. Vijaya Kare, Head, CSE Department, JNEC; Dr. C. Namrata, Associate Professor, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University, and happy to share with you that she is attending our valedictory function. Dr. Smita Kasar, Assistant Professor, CSE Department, JNEC; Dr. Vandana Malode, Associate Professor, ETC Department, JNEC. Thanks to the team of session chairs for effective analysis of presenters. Thanks to everyone who has supported directly or indirectly to make this event a huge success. The valedictory function is the end of the event. Still, it gives hope for the new beginning, new opportunities. MIT particularly believes in connecting people with new ideas, new hope, and new challenges. Let's plan to meet IEEE sponsored and IEEE Antenna and Propagation Society technically sponsored one of the international conference planned by ENTC department IEEE AEMC 2K17 in December 19 to 22nd at MIT Aurangabad. This is the 6th biennial program of IEEE Kolkata chapter. Let me brief about this. This is the initiation of Kolkata chapter. Kolkata University has organized 2007, which was the first AEMC. The next, as it is biennial program, every alternate year it has to be organized. So 2007, 2009 and 2011 was organized by Kolkata University. KIT University, which is very renowned technical university at Bhubaneswar, organized 2013 AEMC. 2015 was organized at IIT Guwahati, where I represented MIT on behalf of ENTC department, and we got this event which will be organized in December. So it's with MIT now, and next will be another IIT. The conference highlights of this next event, AEMC 2K17, are paper presentation and poster presentation, tutorials on various domains of electromagnetics by international experts. The new initiation we have started from this AEMC, which MIT is supposed to organize, that we will be including thesis presentation, Young Scientist Award, depending upon the technicality content of the paper, Best Paper Award, depending upon the presentation skill of the presenter. And all these conference papers will be archived in IEEE Explorer. So I would like to request you to take this opportunity, and if you wish to work in electromagnetics domain, so look forward to meet at AEMC. The main objective of this AEMC conference is to make technical fraternity of Marathwada aware about the current developments in electromagnetics. Hope to meet you all very soon, just after some couple of months, definitely in December for AEMC 2K17. Thank you everyone for your support. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I kindly request Dr. S.P. Bhosle, Principal, Maharashtra Institute of Technology, to address us.
Good evening, one and all. Dignitaries on the dais, Professor Merchant, Professor Luigi, Professor Desai, and Professor Abdenkar, Dr. Sabre, Dr. Abhilasha Mishra, Dr. S.R. Patil, all the faculty members of ANTC department, all the delegates, and my dear students. I'm glad that these 2 days have been used by all of us for a very good cause. We have learned a lot within these 2 days. Even I am a mechanical engineer. As far as I am concerned, I can say that I am layman for this conference of electronics and telecommunication engineering. But still, for these 2 days, as I was with the dignitaries which have delivered the lecture talks, and whatever they were discussing, I learned a lot. Prior to that, as far as image processing is concerned, as a layman, I was having different impression that image processing is a thing which every Karyakarta does for his neta of his party by image enhancement in his own way by doing some image processing. But it is not. It is really a good thing to have, and really many applications can be thought of by using this image processing field and digital signal processing, I mean to say. I won't be taking much of your time. I would like to congratulate all the delegates for presenting paper over here, because these are the peer reviewed paper, and also with the help of deliberations in this conference you must have surely learned a lot. I would also like to thank all the keynote speakers, because they have made it a point to come over here in spite of their busy schedule. I once again thank you, all of you, sir, and thank you one and all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite the participants to give the feedback. If anybody interested, please come forward.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving me an opportunity to talk about the conference. Good evening, ma'am, present here. The conference, I'm very glad to talk about the conference. The conference is well organized. The whole crew of the conference is very supportive. The main attraction of this conference was keynote. The all speakers, the all talks from all the keynote speakers was very excellent, and I'm definitely sure their guidance is very beneficial for all the researchers in their future work. It was a good experience to present this conference. It was very good experience to present papers in this conference. I really thankful to MIT for organizing first international conference in the Marathwada region. Thank you so much. Thank you, MIT.
Thank you, ma'am. Anybody else?
Good evening, all. Myself, Sheikh Ahmed. Now, I would like to thank, first of all, the Department of Electronics, MIT BT College. So, the organization of this first international conference is a good opportunity for all of us. So, we enjoy this conference and we get enlightened the knowledge given by all the speakers which are coming from IT and all the other countries and all these things. So, we all enjoyed this conference. Again, facility provided and by this organizing committee also is good. So thanks to all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I call upon Ms. Swati Kotire to introduce the guest.
Good evening to everyone present here. We have guest of honor Professor S.N. Merchant from Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Bombay. Sir has received his B.Tech, M.Tech and PhD degree from Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT Bombay. He has more than 25 years of experience in teaching and research. He has made significant contributions in the field of signal processing and its applications. His research interests are signal and image processing, multimedia communication, wireless sensor networks, and wireless communication. He is a member of IETE and recipient of 10th IETE Professor SVC Aya Memorial Award for his contribution in the field of detection and tracking. Sir, I would like to invite you to say a few words.
Good evening to everybody on the dais, off the dais. First, let me thank the organizer of the conference and Professor Patil specifically for having given me this opportunity. I'm fortunate enough, I had some personal work also, I could get mixed up with this trip. This was not expected, but I have done something which I had done some 47 years back. I visited a small place called Pachor, Aurangabad. So I'm very thankful to Professor Patil for giving me this opportunity. for having come here. So, anyway, the other thing is basically I have noticed that, as I said in the morning, actually I had prepared my talk in signal processing in wireless communication. But when I came here on the way, I was told that the theme of the conference is digital signal processing and image processing. It's good, there's nothing wrong in that. But what worries me basically is that today, if I notice, I go to quite a few places outside IIT also, because I feel that it's one of my social responsibilities to give back to society. So whenever I get this kind of opportunity, these days at least, I see that I do go and share some of my views and experiences. I would advise people who are doing PhDs. There's nothing wrong in doing image processing, but be careful when you choose a topic in image processing. I find that same beaten up topics are being taken up by the researchers. Right? Some of the common topics would be, CBRs, content-based retrieval, face recognition. There's nothing wrong in that. But what I'm saying basically is that it will be a little difficult for you to get good work done in your area. Because a lot of research has been done in this area and it's quite a beaten up topic. It's like trying to find, basically, first of all, whenever people venture upon doing PhD, they should understand what is PhD. There's a difference between PhD and MTech. Right? So many people think that is an extension of an MTech work, which is not correct. Basically, remember, PhD means Doctor of Philosophy. So philosophical, there has to be some philosophical aspect in your dissertation or your thesis. And that does require some kind of innovation. So when you work in this kind of common topics, it's very difficult to come up with some innovations which you can say that really you have contributed. It's a philosophical type of innovation. So what happens basically is like, finding a needle in a haystack. So it's that difficult. So don't try to do that. I'm not saying it's not important. Remember, I started my work in area of signal processing, then I moved over to image processing. I have done a lot of image processing work. After some time there was a stagnancy in image processing and people, then I moved over to some other area. But today, image processing has come in a big way back. The reason being basically that technological, there are a lot of advances in the modality of acquisition of videos. For example, if you look at medical imaging today, there are different modalities available. So one of the basically interesting aspect which I talk in the morning, which I am not unfortunately able to tackle fully, is trying to fuse this images obtained from different modalities. That is one thing. Another basically important application of image processing is coming a big way is in surveillance. Correct? So this is another big application. Another basically application is in security. Correct? And the best part of this is what is happening, that all these devices are going wireless. These devices are basically becoming smaller and they are talking to each other basically in a wireless mode. So there are a lot of interesting things which can be borrowed from the wireless domain when you try to handle the things in image processing area or video processing. What I wanted to convey to you was that I suppose you would have done that in over last 2 days, you would have attended not only your sessions, but sessions of related interest. See, because today a lot of research, most of the research basically has become interdisciplinary. It's really unfortunate that I missed out the talk by Professor Yogi in machine learning, because now we have started to work in machine learning in trying to do some image processing. And we have seen basically initial results shows that a lot of things can be done with the help of machine learning. So in the morning also I suggested that one of the interesting area for application of machine learning would be in medical imaging. So that is one application. In fact, we are doing something at IIT Bombay. We have initiated some work of machine learning in medical imaging. So remember one thing, that when you do your research, keep your eyes, ears and all your senses open and accept it. So basically it should not happen that you make compartments. Right? You should be able to move from one domain to another domain. So this is my small advice to all the researchers, and I hope this organization will grow very quickly, and a time will come when you really reach the international standards, in the sense that you will have, everyone would be wanting to make a presentation at MIT, and you have 100 papers but only 20 papers are selected. Something of that kind, correct? So I would like to see that kind of things happening, because one more thing I would like to say. So for many of you, this must be the first conference. Right? So please see that now you move ahead. And I always suggest one thing, that go to an international forum. Correct? Really international forum. Try to, in electronic basically we have IET, that is earlier it was IEE, then IEEE. There are really good conferences. Do apply for those, do make an attempt to send your papers to those conferences. In India we have very good conference, I always say NCC, National Conference on Communication, people who are working in the area of communication. It includes image processing also, which is organized by IITs every year. In the last week of February there is a presentation, it keeps on happening on a rotation base. Last year it was, this year basically it just happened in IIT Madras. So there are some niche conferences which you should, where you should be sending your papers. Correct? And I feel that what I should say, one more thing is that carry this culture of making a presentation to your college level also. See that you make enough presentations. Have a weekly presentations in your departments. Correct? This will help you to basically understand what others are doing. It's important to understand others. Today basically conferences, when you attend conferences, it's just not to present your paper, but also to learn from others and also do the networking. Networking has become an important aspect in our professional career. Correct? So I wish you all the best. I don't want to speak more because I missed my flight. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We have guest of honor, Professor Aditya Abhyankar, Dean Faculty of Technology, University of Pune, Research Associate at Clarkson University. Sir has completed engineering, has received MS and PhD degree from Clarkson University. He has qualifications in business management with specialization in finance and master's degree in arts field, in Sanskrit language with specialization in Vedanta. Sir has 8 US and 12 Indian patents and has received national and international awards. I invite Sir to address our audience.
Good evening. Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, I'll be very brief and I will make sure that Professor Merchant won't miss his flight. I really want to take this opportunity and thank the organizers for creating this wonderful platform. And there are two reasons as to why at all I am saying this. The first reason is trivial, since I am standing in front of you at the validatory function, I have to. But the second reason is more interesting, and that's, I actually mean it. Such kind of platforms are absolutely required for exchange of thoughts and exchange of our own perspectives. Sometimes we forget the art of asking questions, and I always tell this teaser to my students, which I wanted to discuss with all of you during my talk also, and just to convince you that to what extent we have gone insensitive towards asking interesting questions. This teaser has got something to do with what we follow every single day. And what we follow every single day is a very interesting calendar system. And we have just entered into month of March. and the previous month we had was February. And if I pose this question, why do we get odd number of days in the month of February? We're discussing about the fact that the questions which begin with why are more interesting questions compared to questions which begin with what and how and when. So the question is, why do we get odd number of days in the month of February? Is it not really strange? It's okay that total number of days in a year's time should be maintained to 365. But if at all I have to do any and every kind of an adjustment, I should typically do that in the last month of my calendar year. I should do that in the month of December. So the question is, why do I get odd number of days in the month of February? So I work in the field of pattern recognition, and we write algorithms which are iterative. And we say iteration after iteration, the algorithm marches on towards the correct solution. So let's play this game. Let March be the first month of our new calendar system. We never say January on, do we? We always say March on. So let March be the first month of the new calendar system, and then April becomes the second month, and May becomes the third month, and it continues. And as we are in the seventh month, in Sanskrit, 7 is called as Sapta, and we get September out of it. And 8 is Ashta, and we get October out of it. And 9 is Navam, and we get November out of it. And 10 is Dasham, and we get December out of it. And now January becomes the 11th month, and February now becomes the last month of this new calendar system. So it makes a lot of sense. We typically follow Mother Nature. And if we just look around, ज्याला आपण मराठीत वसंतोत्सव म्हणतो, वसंत ऋतू म्हणतो, the new things would typically start to happen by around March or April. If you look at all the conventional systems with the likes of Gregorian calendar and old Chinese system and Japanese system and Buddhist calendar, Hindu calendar, Iranian system, they all suggest starting the new year by around March or April. And yet, not just you and me, bunch of us in this room, but the whole universe, the whole globe follows this very interesting system wherein January is the first month of the calendar. What could be the reason behind it? Well, the bigger picture is we have forgotten the art of asking interesting questions, and we have kind of stepped into this mode of following the things up absolutely blindly. Sometimes my students, they counter argue with me and they ask me, sir, so what? We follow very crazy calendar system, but that hasn't really done any harm to us. So to convince my students more, I give 2 other interesting examples, and it has got something to do with the capital of Maharashtra. Before Britishers came, we had 3 illustrious capitals in Maharashtra, Pune, Satara and Kolhapur. And when Britishers came, for them the most convenient mode of communication was through sea. So they moved the capital to Mumbai. And in my opinion, Mumbai is the most non-conducive piece of land. In fact, bunch of islands. The bridges are built, the infrastructure has to be built artificially, and it's most non-conducive to become capital. But somehow Britishers, they found it very convenient because for them the most convenient mode of communication was through sea. And now we have invested or vested crores and crores of rupees just to build infrastructure. If we move little down south, we had a glorious capital in the form of Mysore. But Britishers, they shifted the capital from Mysore to Bangalore, which has now become Bengaluru. See, all the giant cities in the world, they are based on banks of some river. The only exception to this is Bangalore. There is no river next to Bangalore. I come from Pune. Pune is so fortunate that we have 2 rivers. It's a blend of 2 rivers, Mula and Mutha. कदाचित म्हणूनच पुणेकरांना मुळातूनच आडमुठे म्हणतात की कोण That's just on the lighter vein, but Bangalore is one city which is exceptional, and there is no river next to it. And again, instead of investing, we have vested crores and crores of rupees just to supply water to the city of Bangalore. And this has got something to do with the educational pattern that we have kind of imbibed from Britishers, wherein the main focus is to create clerks and not to create think tanks. And that's precisely where such kind of opportunities to create platforms, to meet like-minded people, to meet researchers, exchange the thoughts, is so much very important. and only this is going to help us create that research culture. I always ask this question to my students, MTech students, why you want to pursue MTech? And a couple of years back, we started MTech program for persistent systems, and one student counter questioned back asking, "Sir, you tell me, why should I get into MTech program?" And I put down my perspective, and that was, if we forget the kindergarten, KG, and starting from 1st to 10th standard, we do exactly what our peers do. And then for some strange reasons, our parents, they take decision for us. We enter into science or arts or commerce. And 11th and 12th standard, we do exactly what our peers do. And again, for very strange reasons, we enter into different programs of engineering. माझ्या आजीची खूप इच्छा होती मी इंजिनियर व्हावं. माझ्या बिल्डिंगच्या 7व्या मजल्यावर एक दादा राहतो. तो म्हणला, तू कम्प्युटर इंजिनियर हो आणि मी तुला US ला बोलवून घे. All crazy reasons we enter into engineering education. And then for 4 years, we do exactly what our peers do. Even the last year engineering project is shared in a group of 4 students. So 16 years of formal education gone without a single formal opportunity to be different, to carve a niche for your own self. And if you still have patience left, and if you enter into an MTech program, then again the first year is common, you do exactly what your peers do. And in the 18th year of your formal education, you get the first opportunity to be on your own, because MTech project is unique, it's not shared with anybody. It kind of prepares you to get into that unique journey of PhD. But we hardly get these opportunities to be different, to create our own niche paths. And that's precisely where such kind of gatherings, such kind of platforms are so much very important. And this is only going to help us build that research culture. They say picture is made up of dots, and that's where I would like to congratulate and thank the organizers for creating this wonderful platform. I very honestly believe that majority of the inventions and discoveries were apparent accidents. They appear to be accidental to us. And they say millions of them, they saw apples falling down. There was only one person who asked why. I'm talking about Sir Isaac Newton, who gave us gravity. The modern version of this story is millions of them ate apples. It was only one person who was able to create apple. I'm talking about Steve Jobs. But these inventions and discoveries, they are apparent accidents. And the accidents are bound to happen, but one has to walk the path first. And for walking the path, one has to see the path. I honestly believe that such kind of interactions, such kind of brainstormings, they will really help us defy the conventions, step out of our comfort zones, challenge your wit, and go out on a limb to be able to see our path. And once we start seeing our path, we can start walking it. And once we start walking the path, many interesting technological accidents are bound to happen. So happy researching, and thank you so very much for this wonderful opportunity. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. I call upon this pretty party to continue.
Thank you, Swati. The secret of winning any prize is knowing that your own treasure and potential is equal to it and worthy of it. There are near about 85 papers has been presented in 7 different tracks, and session chair has found the best paper presented for each track. Now I request Dr. S.P. Bhosle to present the best paper award for track 1, and the winner is Mr. Sheikh Mudassar Akhtar.
For the author himself can say what is the title of the paper.
Yeah, I invite Mr. Sheikh to give the title of his paper.
SVM is classification technique और बहुत सारे ऐसा साथ image.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor S.N. Merchant to present the Best Paper Award for Track 2, and the winner is S.N. Patel.
The paper title is Synthesis and Deployment of Nanoferads to Design Embedded System for Monitoring of Ammonia Gas.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Professor A.A. Desai to present the Best Pepper Award for Track 3 and the winner is Ms. Bhagyashree Shivpujit.
Feature extraction of physical elements for disease identification and classification.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Professor Aditya Adhankar to present the Best Pepper Award for Track 4 and the winner is Shiv Prasad Tirekar.
Synthesis of analog mixing of pressure system on chip for monitoring of physiochemical parameters of water. Congrats.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Mr. Luigi Troino to present the Best Pepper Award for Track 5 and the winner is Mr. Pramod Ambore.
Noise reduction techniques for medical images using transform domain approach.
Now I request Dr. G.S. Sabe to present the Best Pepper Award for Track 6 and the winner is Mr. Deepak Sose.
My title is actually Data Acquisition of Weather Parameter and Wireless Monitoring. I would like to thank all the staff member of Electronic Department, especially Vijay sir. My guide is over there, Dr. Syed Ajit sir, for his constant support and help for completing my dissertation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deepak. Now I request Dr. S.R. Patil to present the Best Pepper Award for Track 7 and the winner is Mr. Prashant Mani. Prashant Mani.
Designing of wireless sensor network for real-time patrolling for the border.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations to all the winners. Now I invite Professor R.T. Kane, Joint Organizing Secretary, to give vote of thanks.
Good evening, one and all present here. The dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. On behalf of team ICO DSIP 2017, I, Ram Kane, is present in front of you to propose the vote of thanks. At the onset, I would like to express my sincere thanks to the international guest, Professor Luigi Triano from University of Sagno, Vivendo, Italy, for accepting our invitation and being present for the first international conference on digital signal and image processing. Thank you, sir. I am also highly indebted to the other distinguished people who have spent their valuable time and delivered their technical keynote addresses and coming in the upcoming areas of digital signal and image processing. So I extend my special thanks to the keynote speaker, Dr. R.K. Shivgapkar sir from IIT Mumbai, Professor Sumantra Datta Roy, IIT Delhi, Professor S.N. Merchant sir, IIT Mumbai, Professor A.A. Desai, VNSGU Surat, Professor Aditya Adhankar, University of Pune. I am also thankful to the chief guest of today's function, Professor S.S. Patil, PCUD, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, for accepting our invitation, but unfortunately for some reasons he could not make a mark his presence here, so thank you, sir. I am also thankful to our mentor, Dr. Y. Chowde sir, President G.S. Mandal, and Madam Shakuntala Lomte. I am also thankful to our Honorable Director General, Professor Munish Sharma sir, who has been always source of inspiration for organizing such international event. Let me express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Santosh P. Bhosle sir, who has been very vibrational for organizing such event in our department and so also in the institution. I would like to express my sincere thanks to the Vice Principal Administration, Mrs. S. Mandal, and Vice Principal Academics, Dr. Radhakrishnan Naik, and all heads of the Department of Maharashtra Institute of Technology, who has provided us the necessary guidance and timely support. Special thanks to Dr. R. Deshmukh sir, Head Computer Science and Computer Science Engineering Department, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, who has been providing special guidelines for organizing the first international event at our institute. We are grateful to the international and national, national and local advisory body members and session chairs, along with the peer review committee members who has given us their valuable inputs and has been very functional in selecting the number of papers that we have received. For making this conference successful, many sponsors have came forward and supported us. To name a few: State Bank of India, Aurangabad; Govinda Construction, Aurangabad; Anshuman Tech Private Limited, Pune; Indo-German Tool Room, IGTR, Aurangabad. A big thank you to all the sponsors who has funded us and provided the support for organizing this event. I appreciate and thank all the authors, participants and attendees who have traveled a long distance and marked their presence for this conference to make it a grand success. I owe my gratitude to the website management team, e-media and print media and the representative who has spared their time to collect the notes that have been delivered in this particular event. I will fail in my duty if I do not acknowledge the restless effort and the excellent teamwork exhibited by the different committee members of the Post Institute, like printing and dispatch committee, food committee, publicity committee, registration and hospitality, and all other committee members comprising of the staff members and the student volunteers. A big thank you to them for making this a grand success. I would like to convey my deep sense of gratitude to the convener and head of department, Dr. Ganesh Sabre, organizing secretary, Dr. S.R. Patil, technical chair, Dr. Abhilasha Mishra Madam, for becoming the guiding wheel in organizing the national event. Finally, I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the people who have helped and supported us directly or indirectly to make this conference a grand success. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. As it is a Women's Day, I would like to invite all the electronics and telecommunication departments ladies faculty to come up on the stage. Please, ma'am. Please join us for the participation. Actually, college has decided that the woman has to be felicited for such an occasion. I request Dr. S.P. Bhosle to give the token of respect to the lady faculties. Thank you, one and all here, and thank you, sir, for respecting us. I conclude this session with the permission of class. Everybody requested to gather in front of main entrance for call a photo session.
चलो शुगर हमारा डिसीजन